Oh, gang, we back on
What's
location
up
with a
Sauce
feature.
Gang? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sauce, the one and only, and we back at it again with another video slash banger. And today we got a special guest. You feel me? We go back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. You know, my classmate. You feel me? Kev. You feel me? She funny as hell, but you know, we ain't gonna say too much, you feel me? Go get y'all Sauce Gang merch and let's get right into this video.
See, so like I was saying, you know, I got a special guest on here, you know, Kev. You know, we go back like 4 flags, you know, the TMC day.
Memorial Day, boy.
But
so many stories.
we gonna do something crazy today. So I'ma ask her like, what are some of her biggest pet peeves about this generation?
Man, where do I start? I don't like how this generation is so soft. Like, we grew up on sticks and
Big
stones.
fact, she ain't never
We grew
learned.
up on
Sticks and
words,
stones
we grew
might
up on
break
that. That's what
my
made us
bones,
so
but words would
good.
never hurt.
So good at who we are as far as people, and everybody's like, oh, well, that's trauma. No, it made you a better person, and it made you more flexible to life. Whereas like now, everybody trying to use it as a crutch and an excuse of why they the way they are. But it's like, bro, what's wrong with how you are if you just make it in a positive way? Like what?
Yeah, so like, what do you feel about these days with generation? We not gonna say just baby mama, baby daddy drama, but we just gonna say what is something that some relationships can cause somebody to, you know, drift apart, or what can make them stay together?
I will say like what I do know, like from my few years, a little bit of years. Personally, I feel like this generation has lots of work to do when it comes to communication. Because people are so used to expressing themselves a certain way that it's kind of hard to break that habit, especially when it's like most of that time it's mainly a defense mechanism on how you want to feel because you feel attacked. When it's like not every disagreement is being attacked. Sometimes it's just listening to perspective and making a common ground. Or if you can't even talk about it, take space until you clear your head and then talk about it. Like that's some personal shit that I'm still working on myself, because like I try not to rage out or I'll get quiet, because that's one of the things that like shutting down, when you shut down, it just don't work. Sometimes you gotta actually talk that shit out instead of like sitting down and acting like it don't bother you type shit.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, with relationships, I feel the same way. Like, I feel like, you know, every couple go through their ups and downs, you know, trials and tribulations, but why walk away so easy? Like,
well, see, that's the thing. That's so crazy to me, because it's like, literally, it's like giving up is so easy. I'm worth more. Okay, well, you worth more, but like, how can you really grow with somebody if you're not willing to like actually grow with them? And what I mean by that is like, if I'm literally talking to you and I'm telling you, if you see that I'm in the like if you see the pain in me while I'm mad and hurt, instead of like humbling yourself, that's where being able to be humble and being able to be patient with your partner. That's sacrifice. That's what relationships are. Whether it's your kids, your family, your job, it's sacrifice. That's how you develop bonds. That's how you grow. That's how you become a better person. It's sacrifice. So sometimes you have to humble yourself, take what you can, take what you can as far as absorbing what they're talking about, and then pushing from there. Sometimes your opinion really don't matter. Sometimes it really don't. That's the thing. Like y'all so quick to give up because it's like, oh, I'm worth more. But like you probably just gave up on your soulmate and you don't even know it because you just so quick to give up.
yeah, most definitely, you know, and that's why I feel like relationships is like a job.
Definitely a job. Cause it's literally like parenting. Parenting is a job. It's a 25/8 job, literally. Woo. Being a parent is like a non-stop. You're always worried. You're always constant. You're always consistent. You're always putting and pouring so much energy and effort. Even as an adult, you're still pouring into that relationship because that's your child. That's something that came from you. You brought that into the world. That's the same thing with a relationship. granted, y'all came from different backgrounds, but if you wanted to work, you have to let that shit go. You have to let it grow. You have to work at it. Like, it's always gonna be a back and forth. Sometimes you gotta give 60-40. Sometimes you gotta get. Sometimes you're not gonna always get what you want in the situation. Sometimes you gotta be more than the other person, because just like them, y'all always mentally going through things that y'all can't always talk about, because it's a mental battle that you ain't figured out yourself. So if you going through that, like, sometimes you can't always get what you want in a relationship, but that's the sacrifice in it if you want it to work. Because eventually y'all gonna get to that level where y'all both boss up and work it all out, and all y'all problems is the same problems and y'all on the same level, but y'all can balance that out because y'all got each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mostly understood that, you feel me. And with that being said, that's another thing with this generation. You know, it's a lot of females out here be thinking it should be 100-100. You feel me? Not 50-50.
Man, I personally don't think I can agree with a lot of the things the female generation do, especially with the way that they promote themselves as far as like what we all done grew up on. Like, granted, yes, oh my God, you should never assume whenever you're looking at somebody, because she could be the wife of your dreams, but she look like a thought. It's okay. Like, we know you can't assume off of what you look at, but it's like this generation made it so comfortable to not look like professional looks good. And that's the thing about this generation of women. It's like it's like a different box that they are in compared to me. I don't agree with a lot of shit.
Preach, sister. Preach.
A lot of shit. Like, if you got everything going on with you, but you run into a nigga that's actually trying, but you don't want him because he ain't got no money and all that, but he's still trying though. Whereas like another female, like a grown woman, somebody that's mature, somebody that understands that sometimes people hit their low points at awkward times. If they see you at least trying, they're gonna put that effort in to see what your trying can grow into, and then y'all growing and developing, and then y'all boss up together. That's the difference between this generation of females and the next, because it's like y'all so quick to be on some, oh well, he ain't got no money, he ain't got no car, he's still living with his mama, or he's still living with his daddy, or he's still living with, unless it's a situation where that he can't grow from. If he at least trying, if he at least got one of the three, that means he's trying.
Most definitely. You know, I feel like, you know, it's a working process. Life is broken down to different segments. You know, everybody go through trials and tribulations. Everybody, you know, is just working to win in the end. You know, working to be the best version of themselves, you know, throughout life. Also, I got two more little questions for you. So, do you feel like this generation can get it together?
The thing is that if they're, I know I'm one of a kind. I'm one in a million, like everybody else. Everybody is one in a million in their own way. But I believe that there's actually people that has a similar mindset to me, then yes. If there's at least 20 people in this world of this generation with this mindset or a similar one, I think yes. I really do, because granted, yeah, so much trauma, so much drama, so much like childhood shit, relationship shit, growing up shit. Life ain't fair. It's ran on the just as well as the unjust. It says it in the Bible, if you know. But like I said, life is never fair. Favor ain't fair. I mean, Jesus had to go to the cross and he was literally a virgin. Come on now. Like, life is not fair to nobody. So if you learn to realize that life ain't always fair to you, if you can grow from just a little bit of stuff, just like he says in the Bible, the faith of a mustard seed, if you can grow from just a little bit, bro, you can literally do anything. Swear to goodness.
Yeah, that was much, you know, said, you know, right elements, you know, right terms and everything like that, you know. So, Shit, it was good to have you on the little Sauce show. You feel me? Like I said, you and Sauce y'all go back like 4 flats.
Right.
Hell yeah. So, we about to get ready to talk to him in a few minutes, get a little bit of his, point of views and stuff like that. And what would you like to say to anybody that might watch this, or, need some advice or something?
I ain't the one for advice, but I will say, if you are in something that you can get out of, or you can grow from, keep pushing it. That's my tip. Alright, we tapping in with the Sauce Gang.
What's up? It's good to be here.
Woo. Alright, so we just gonna get down to it. Period. So why do you think this generation of men is so skeptical with women in this generation?
It could be past trauma. It could be, not growing up with one of their parents, or just having that feeling or that urgency of being left behind, or nobody to really truly care about them. So it could be that, but it's just really taking accountability, for yourself, for your actions, and just owning up to your wrongs at the end of the day, and just try to be the best version of yourself. It's a work in progress.
So, devil's advocate on that, why do you think so many men are defensive to, or against wanting to fall in love in this generation?
Well, to be honest, a lot of us, we think having the best of both worlds is really worth it. And really, it's really not. You just gotta mature. Don't get me wrong, everybody been a hoe in their life. Everybody had a lot of breezes,
Yeah.
Everybody go through that. I used to have so many breezes back in the day.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just a good scholar, just trying to be the best version of myself, continue elevating in life, things like that. But that's what I think is one of the biggest, reasons for that.
Okay. But even in that, why do you think it's hard for them, or as a female perspective, we question why is it hard to communicate how you feel in a proper way or in a healthy way, depending on circumstance?
Okay, well, I feel most of us as men, either we played sports, we was the man of the house, or just growing up with that hard, still, family background. So I just feel like some of us, we can't be emotional enough. We can't express to our women how we really feel, because we think that's being soft, And a lot of people, they always want to be tough guy all the time. It's not always about being tough. It's about, being able to communicate, intertwine, and dissect each other's emotions, and make things work, as one.
Okay, so that brings me to a good general question, because I'm going to transition with this one. What do you feel, how do you feel about this generation of men? Perspective on it.
Well, I'm going to say 50 of us is elevate each and every day. As far as working harder, being better dads, being a better brother, being a better, uncle, things like that. But the other 50% is we can do better. It's a lot of people that if they take accountability for their actions, they pray, and they put God first and family second, and just have good intentions, at the end of the day, you can prevail. You can be the best version of yourself.
Okay. piggybacking off the last question, what's your perspective on the generation of women?
Well, we definitely can't go without them. We need the mac and cheese. Keep it real. But I feel like a lot of them, they think just because they're beautiful that they have the means or it's appropriate, to do OnlyFans. Scripting, shaking ass. Which I don't knock anybody hustle, don't get me wrong. But kitty meow is free, water is free. But I just feel like I would love to see women more in business suits, heels, stuff like that. Like, cause you can be sexy dressed up. It ain't always about having your titties out. You feel me? It ain't all about having your ass out and showing it like that. I just like to see women carry themselves in a respectfully manner.
Right. As far as that perspective, I just, rather keep some things is just for your man. It's like not everybody needs to see it.
Yeah.
What's special about it if everybody didn't see it already? I mean, granted, yeah, you do your thing, but
Yeah, most definitely. If you got that ass out, you shaking, don't get it wrong. TikTok, shake ass on TikTok, you feel me? But I'm saying as far as that OnlyFans, playing with your little self. If that's mine, why do it, Like, if you just needed some meat, you could have just said that, you feel me? We ain't got to do all that, It's just, it's not a good look for our generation,
It's more opportunity. We in the generation of opportunity.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, we gotta do better as one. Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it for today, Sauce.
Most definitely will. Man, I was good. I was glad to be on this show. It's your boy Sauce. Man, y'all make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Turn on y'all post notifications. Y'all know we drop a new banger, you feel me? Hope y'all liked it. The special guest. More videos on the way. More here on the way. Make sure y'all go get y'all sauce. Gang.